Hi everyone, thanks so much for watching. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the Femme blushes that look like this, so stay tuned to see what colors that I picked up and swatches. Okay, so the first color that I picked up here was Stormy Rose. So this is the color here. It's a nice kind of, just natural pink color, not too bright, not too muted. It's actually one of the perfect pink colors that I've used. This one here is matte, so that's kind of what it looks like, and I'll just do a swatch on my hand. These are super pigmented for blushes, and you really don't have to rub your finger too much into the product. That was one swatch, and that is well enough, especially to blend it into your face. So in comparison to a MAC blush, I just have one from the Marilyn Monroe collection here. This is the Perfect Cheek, and this is Stormy Rose. So you can see it is a little bit smaller, but I mean, the pigmentation on these are awesome. They're super blendable, and they just, work very well with the skin. I'm wearing one of the colors right now, and I'll show you it up next. But these are really awesome, and for the price, you really can't go wrong for, $3 or $4, depending on where you get them, is awesome for a blush. Okay, so the next color that I have is Mulberry. Looks like this. This is kind of like a purpley pink color, mainly purple, but it is kind of brighter, and I wasn't too sure if it was going to look good on my skin, but once it's blended in, it looks really nice. For darker skin tones, I feel like it may look a little chalky on the skin, but I think once you blend that color in, then it'll look all right. And if you put a setting powder or a setting mist on it, then it'll really kind of set the product in, and it'll stay all day. So this is Mulberry. Stormy Rose is the first one. So that's Mulberry on this side and Stormy Rose right there. So I'll show you them side by side as well. So this is Stormy Rose here, and this is Mulberry. So you can see this is a lot more purple than Stormy Rose. So the next color that I picked up is actually a lot darker than I thought it would be. Online I found it a little bit difficult because they have a picture of all the blushes, but there aren't really good representations of the actual colors. So you kind of have to go around and look for swatches and see actually how dark this is. And this one is called Magenta, and this is like a deep magenta color. So a really, really kind of rich pink color, but like a blue undertone to it for sure. And this one is super bright, looks like that, and it's at the very end. So you can see that Mulberry is a light kind of purpley pink color, and this is just straight out like magenta pink. This one is really awesome, maybe a little too bright sometimes, but once you blend it in, you just have to use a really light hand with your brush, and then just blend it in, and it looks awesome. So I think this one will also be really nice for the fall as well, because it is a little bit darker, but because it is so bright, it can kind of be a more versatile blush color. The color that I picked up is Sienna. It looks like this. So this is like a browny orange kind of color. Now I was hoping to use this for a contour color, but I think it might be a little bit too orange for my skin tone. I'm still playing around with it, but regardless, I could still use it as a blush color for the fall, and this is just a nice brown color that looks like that. So those are the shades that I picked up. All of them are matte. None of them have shimmery finishes, so I could probably use Sienna as an eyeshadow in the crease, if not, because these products are so big and they are matte and they are very pigmented, so you might as well use them all over. So just in regards to how I store them, because they are in these refill pans, they are metal, so they will stick to a Z palette. This is the Z palette that I picked up. I picked this up from Makeup Geek. And I believe that they have them on Camera Ready Cosmetics, but they didn't have this hot pink one, so I wanted to go with a bright pink for my blushes since they are very bright. So this is just what it looks like here. It has kind of a hard plastic case, so it doesn't get squished into the product, and it's also magnetized like that. And then the whole bottom here is like a giant magnet, so I can just pop them in like that, and they won't fall out. They're all magnetized. So for my Z palette, I can fit 4 of the Femme blushes. There is still some room, but it's also really nice to just be able to pull them out and not have all the colors kind of go everywhere. So overall, I think the Femme blushes are awesome quality for their pricing. A little bit hard to get. I had to order them online, but they did come really quickly. I really like the site Camera Ready Cosmetics. I'll link that down below. And I just think they're an awesome product for such a cheap price. There are so many colors that I'm very tempted to go back and get some more, but I want to try to use some of these up first before I start getting more, just because I think this could be an addiction of mine, because there's so many colors. And when I think there was a sale when I picked mine up, and a lot of them were sold out already, but I mean, there were so many that I wanted to get. So definitely an option if you are looking for cheaper blush alternatives. Maybe not something MAC or not something from the drugstore, but something that has really good pigmentation for a really cheap price. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is that you will have to use a light hand with these more pigmented colors, but again, they do blend super well into the skin, and they just sink right in, and the color does stay all day long. So I hope you like this review and swatches, and I hope you guys have an excellent day. Cheers!